Chris, I'm telling you, I don't think this is a good idea.
Just put your blindfold on already.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to be able to drive a car if I can't see.
Well, they did in a movie.
Yeah, that was just a movie.
Well, it was good.
All right, let's give this a shot. You know what, Chris? We really shouldn't do this.
Yeah. Let's go back to the show. The Heavenly 80s. Woo! Welcome, guys, and here we are in the Heavenly 80s. And we have Daddy.
That's right. And
Christopher. And today we're gonna answer some. This show is about we answer your we talk about like 80s questions, like very good 80s movies though.
that's right. We answer some of the most burning questions about our favorite 80s movies. What's the name of the movie we're going to be talking about today?
See Hero, No Evil.
That's close enough. It's called See No Evil, Hear No Evil, 1989 comedy film starring Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. They were really...
And this is a special video because today we're gonna still answer 80s questions, but we're also gonna play a game.
That's right. We're going to be having a little bit of fun having to do with some of the themes in this movie. But before all that, how can they support the Heavenly 80s? People watching on YouTube. Here.
Subscribe this video! Hit that like button!
Where'd the bell go?
And don't forget to do the bell. And a ding dong!
I think that means turn on notifications, right?
No, I mean hit the bell so
Ring
I can
the
make
bell.
a ding dong now.
Yes.
Boys.
How many subscribers are we up to?
Like 25.
Yeah.
And also, you can watch our TikTok channel. It's called...
We have a TikTok channel?
Well, my brother has a TikTok.
I know him.
Because he's your son. And so his TikTok channel is Ultimate AJ102. And it's very good.
Yes, he's super talented as well. And yeah, we got like 100 and how many? 115, 120
like
views
100, like 120 views on our first video.
That's right. I think this one's going to do even more.
Yeah.
Oh, we got more props. Okay. So yes, please subscribe, like, all that stuff. So let's talk a little bit about See No Evil, Hear No Evil. For once, I don't have the VHS tape. I don't have the DVD. We don't own this movie.
We're so sorry that we don't have a VHS tape.
Yeah. How did we watch it?
On TiVo.
On the TiVo, right? It just recorded. And actually, it's probably just as well because since it was on TV, it was cleaned up a lot. And if it wasn't cleaned up, I don't think I would have let you watch it because Richard Pryor has quite the mouth on him. And there's some other stuff in the movie. There's a pretty famous scene with Joan Severance that you probably shouldn't be watching either. So you got to see sort of the PG version of it. Still really, really funny. Stars Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, directed by, and those two are good friends. They made a bunch of movies together, Stir Crazy, Silver Streak, directed by a guy named Arthur Hiller, who made a bunch of comedy movies from the 50s all the way through the 90s, even Beverly Hills Cop 3. Yeah, it's all movie stuff. But what's the movie about, basically?
This guy that is blind, and this other guy that is deaf.
That's right. Yes. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
And so the deaf guy can read the blind guy lips, and the blind guy can heal the deaf guy.
Yeah.
And that's what the movie is like basically
Pretty
about.
much it. The blind guy and the deaf guy become friends. They get caught up in some murder plot. They get accused of a murder they didn't commit, get tangled up with some bad guys who they're involved in some kind of espionage deal or something. It's an excuse to have some fun with the idea that one of them can't see and one of them can't hear, and they kind of help each other out throughout the movie. Yes, we'll touch on that. So I first saw this movie when I was like 11 years old in the movie theaters. I don't know how I was allowed to watch this movie in the movies, and at the time I thought it was really, really funny, and I don't think I've seen it since then. And all these years later, I watch it again, and it's got kind of a new significance, right? For one, in my job where I write about trains, I work with a lot of blind people, so I've come to know a lot of blind people and really appreciate and respect everything they deal with. My friend Marilyn Tucci at the Suffolk Independent Living Organization, she's awesome. And another thing happened to me since I was 11 years old. I had a deaf kid. Go figure. Yes, so it was really interesting watching the movie, and I thought, maybe this isn't going to hold up that well. Maybe some of it's pretty insensitive, but actually, I thought it was kind of fun and funny. And did it bother you? Were you offended by anything in the movie?
No.
No, it was funny. Yeah, and actually, I was reading about the movie, and when they made the movie, they actually worked with deaf groups and blind groups, and the blind groups and deaf groups gave them some advice about some things to change in the movie. So they actually were kind of sensitive to some of the issues here. There are scenes that are ridiculous and really funny, but I don't think any of it really kind of crosses over the line of being offensive or any of that. So the question we're gonna look at is, how realistic is some of this, right? How plausible is it that they could do some of what they did? Now, neither of us is blind, so we can't really say. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so we had a little fun at the beginning of the video, the blindfold. Even though neither one of us is blind, I think it's safe to say you probably can't drive a car around and be involved in a police chase.
That's fake, for sure.
Yeah, one of the more famous scenes is there's a whole police chase where Richard Pryor's character Wally, who is blind, is driving around because Gene Wilder's character David is handcuffed. So, and they actually they're involved in a chase, running from the cops, blind guy driving. Funny stuff, but I'm gonna guess that that's not real. But what we see a lot of in the movie is lip reading, right? So the story with David is that he lost his hearing when he was in high school. Little by little, he had scarlet fever, and then just in recent years, lost all of his hearing. That kind of explains maybe why he never learned sign language. This is back in 1989. Cochlear implants existed, but they weren't really that widely used.
You have to wear like boxes.
You have to wear like a big pack on your front. I think you see some people who had it from back then. You have to wear the battery on you. So how did a lot of deaf people communicate?
Sign language.
Sign language if you're involved in the deaf community and you're with other deaf people. But in this situation, this was a guy who was hearing and then lost his hearing. I don't think I didn't go into it that much, but I think basically the idea was he wanted to continue to just have the life that he had when he was hearing, and so he pretty much got by reading lips, right? And so it's one of the things you want to look at is lip reading, right?
Lip reading.
How important is lip reading for you?
I don't do lip reading that much.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, but I don't do it while I have cochlears on or anything.
Right. So you wear cochlear implants, and cochlear implants they let you hear electronically, right? They're like bionic ears. So yeah, you were born deaf. So if you take those off, you don't hear a thing, right?
No.
Yeah, you don't.
Sad.
It's not sad. But a lot of times around the house, you don't wear them, right? In the morning, you don't like to wear them. Sometimes when you wake up and
because it hurts my ears for a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you're actually a really good lip reader. I mean, sometimes hours will pass and I don't realize you're not wearing the cochlear implants because you're able to follow so much lip reading. So that's really impressive.
I have talent.
Yes, you got many talents as are on display here. But they say that the best lip readers in the world only can understand about 30% of what is said, right? So one of the things we wanted to do here is see how good a lip reader you are.
Oh, and you are.
And how good a lip reader I am.
Well, that's why that's a game we're gonna play, and the game is called
I don't think we have a name for the game.
Read the lips.
Read those lips.
Bam.
All right. So who wants to go first?
Maybe me.
All right. You gonna read my lips?
Oh yeah.
This one's a lot easier. I gotta put on headphones if I'm gonna read your lips. You just gotta take off your processors. All right. So I'm gonna wait. So I'm going to
Oh, you have to say the rules.
the rules.
Yeah, rules.
The rules? I don't know. I don't think we've thought it out.
You can't. You just have to read lips, and you can't use sign language.
Yes. So you know sign language, right? I know a little sign language too, right? Look, see, that's Darth Vader signing.
Father.
Father,
I'm your father.
Yeah, and yours is finger spells. Be kind. That's right. In school, you use an interpreter, right? To understand.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and that
yes,
helps.
Yes.
But yeah, for the movie, he didn't have sign language, so so just lip reading. Okay, so I'm gonna say something to you, and we'll see if you got it. All right?
Okay, and like the many points you get is like how many words I got is the points.
So we have to count words.
Yeah.
That sounds unnecessarily complicated.
No, what about each word like the sentence? Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Loser has to sleep outside in the doghouse. Okay. Ready? All right. You can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What can I say? The Heavenly 80s is the best new show on YouTube.
The Heavenly 80s is the best YouTube channel.
Close.
What was it?
I said the Heavenly 80s is the best new show on YouTube.
That was close.
That's very close. Yeah. Okay. Do another one.
No. You.
That's it. So what if I get it right? Then we tie and nobody wins.
Okay, fine.
Okay. No, I'll go. It's fine. All right, here we go. So
Okay.
for me, I've got noise canceling headphones and a really loud song.
Are you gonna be deaf when you?
Yeah, maybe I'll end up deaf at the end of this video. All right.
Hello, can
No?
you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can still hear you. You can't talk that loud because I'm gonna have these on, but I might still be able to hear a little bit
So I
better.
can't whisper?
A little more than a whisper. Just talk low, okay? I'll tell you when.
You hear it? You can't hear me?
No.
Okay. The Heavenly 80s. You should subscribe hit the bell and ring the like button, and you should watch our TikTok channel. What?
You done?
Yeah.
I got the Heavenly 80s. And then maybe I got favorite. Did you say favorite?
No.
No? That's it. I think you won this one. Let me just try again. Do something else.
Okay.
Wait. Keep it short. Don't go on for like 10 minutes, alright?
Okay. W-W-E. Oh, yeah.
Is it that chicken win song that you're always singing?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that is W-W-E. Oh, yeah.
Alright, you would have thought I'd gotten that. Alright, I think you won the game.
That's it.
Congratulations.
We're done with the video. That's
You
it.
win a blue egg filled with rice.
You gotta rock and roll.
Okay. What else? Also, I want to talk about in the movie that again, as much as they were being really silly and having fun, I actually thought that there were like some cool themes about how you shouldn't be.
You could learn from them a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I thought was an interesting thing? So at the beginning of the movie, right, like both of them were a little bit embarrassed about their disabilities, right? The blind guy pretended not to be blind, and that made for some funny stuff. I remember when he walked down the street, and he actually helped the other blind guy cross the street. They ended up in the back of a truck, and he tried to pass, tried to get by as not being blind. And then the same thing with the deaf guy. The deaf guy denied being deaf, said he could hear just fine. And they got into all
And
kinds of funny stuff.
that's like a lesson. You shouldn't be shy. And don't be mean to blind people or deaf guys.
Don't be mean to blind people or deaf people, and don't be embarrassed, right? Or don't be ashamed of who you are and everything that makes you.
You're lucky that you have like superpowers, kind of.
Absolutely, yeah. I envy you all the time.
Yeah, can you sleep very nice, no noise.
Yeah, no snoring. You could sleep through anything. You could sleep through a war zone, I think.
What about blind people?
Blind people have it rough. I don't think deaf people as a culture are very proud people. I don't know that exists as much among blind people, but blind people are also super resilient. And again, I've come to know a lot of them working, and it's amazing what they do. I know blind people probably get out more than I do.
I know blind people like a lot of stuff, like the sticks
and
and
dogs.
And why they have like glasses.
Yep. He doesn't wear glasses in the movie. Well, he does a little bit, but by and large he doesn't.
His eye doesn't look that
weird. They talk a little bit about Braille in the movie. A lot of really. What's your favorite part of the movie?
That like he the blind guy tries to like scream in the deaf guy ear, like he's like, I can finally hear.
Yeah.
But he fakes it.
You know what's a really funny part with the deaf guy, with David Lyons, when he's got to break into the house of the bad guys at the end because the girl was kidnapped, and he sneaks in and then he breaks the glass to come in, and the alarm is going off. He's making a ton of racket, and he goes to untie her. That was really funny. Yeah, so I think they do a nice job of kind of balancing some of the stuff.
They're trying to. That's really hard to make a movie just like that.
You're right, yeah, because you got to kind of walk that line of having some fun with the subject matter, but also not making fun of people, right? Yeah. Not being insensitive, and I thought they did a nice job. And again, I think one of the themes was don't be ashamed of your disability. By the end of the movie, both of them kind of own it and are okay with it. And another nice thing that I liked about the movie was how they were friends, right? And how they kind of took care of each other. And remember, you've probably dealt with this yourself. When I think it was the police officer was talking to the deaf guy, he would talk like this, really slow. And then the guy, he talked back to him that way, David Lyons, and then the guy's like, why does he talk to me that way? And it was Richard Pryor's character, the blind guy, says, because he's deaf, he's not an idiot. So they kind of took care of each other, they advocated for each other, the deaf guy kind of looked out for the blind guy looked out for a deaf guy, so I thought that was really nice. And yeah, a really silly, very raunchy movie, actually had, I think, some important messages about living with disabilities and how they don't have to be disabilities, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Anyhow, so I think that means you and me, if we were accused of a murder, we'd be just fine. Okay, thanks so much for watching.
Subscribe this video!
Now I think I'm going to be...
And have a like button. And don't forget, my favorite part to say, do the ding-dong noises.
Also, I forgot to mention this, right?
Oh, yeah.
So lip reading is even more challenging right now, right? Because of what? Because of the coronavirus, right? So something to be mindful of, right?
Ask on like online or something. You can get like on Amazon or eBay.
Deaf people, especially ones who don't have cochlear implants, right, and rely a lot on lip reading, are having a real hard time right now because so many people's face is covered up. You can't read their lips because their lips are covered up. So be mindful of that when talking to deaf folks. And yeah, look, there are masks that you can actually read lips while protecting yourself. Can you read my lips now?
Yeah.
What am I saying?
What am I saying?
Okay.
Okay, bye. Let's go back to the ding dong noises. Hit the bell and do the ding dong noise. Oh, hey, what's our TikTok channel?
Watch TikTok channel. I don't know.
And
and that's it. We'll see you next week on The Heavenly.